When will awareness be still? I understood I am the experiencer but cannot stay in awareness, especially during difficult times. Is that how it goes? So, the first concern that starts for the spiritual seeker after getting the knowledge of being the experiencer is, now how do I stay in this awareness? And here he was asking, when will my awareness be still? The moment you realize, and there is a tendency to be in awareness, you also have to understand that awareness is also a mental activity, a highly refined mental activity, very useful, beautiful. It is sorting. It keeps things in control if you have experienced being in awareness, but yet it is an activity. And if it is an activity, what does that mean? It is in duality. And what does that mean? It can never be still. So your question, when will awareness be still? That question itself has a problem. You want awareness to be still. What you have to realize is, who is still? Who is still here? You are. You are always still. The experiencer is always still. Isn't it? And awareness can never be still, which means it will come and go. Even for the most seasoned seekers, even for the gurus, the awareness comes and goes. And where is this desire for stillness coming from? That is what we need to look at. No? Where is this desire coming from? Obviously from the ego, from the mind. Are you able to see that? That is very important. Because it is the mind which is complaining. Mind likes certain things, mind has an attachment to certain things, and mind has an aversion to certain things. Certain thoughts, certain preferences it has, certain experiences, and that will always be the case. That is the job of the mind, isn't it? Can we blame the mind? Can we say, mind, you have to stop, you cannot have attachments and aversions? No, it is going to have. And any time if what the mind wants, it does not happen, it starts complaining. And now what does the mind want? Oh, I want this awareness to be still. Why is this not still? So I'm complaining about it. So what do you need to do? Who cares? Who cares if the mind is like that? Now that you are on the path of knowledge, you have understood that you are the experiencer. Does the experiencer care that what the mind is wanting? Now the mind is wanting awareness. It's a mechanical activity. It is a machine that does this, isn't it? The machine is having the experience. The experiencer doesn't want to be still because the experiencer is always still. So it's not a big deal. It's not a big problem. It's, this is also where a little surrender is required. It's kind of a letting go. And what is the most important thing is the knowledge. Who am I? If that knowledge has penetrated inside you, if that has become clear to you, who you are, then awareness is not a problem. It will come, it will go. And maybe sometimes it will be longer, it will stay longer, and sometimes it will just quickly go away, right? Who knows? And yes, we love awareness. The mind loves awareness. Earlier there was this love affair with, I need to run after money, or I need to run after things, objects. Now the mind loves to run after awareness, no? Now I want this awareness to be with me. But is the experiencer bothered whether awareness is there or not? It doesn't. It really doesn't. It's not a problem at all. So don't worry about it. Second thing that you asked is that I understood I am the experiencer but cannot stay in awareness, especially during difficult times. Especially during difficult times. Now here also, there is a misunderstanding, or there is an expectation in the seeker that as soon as I become I know that I am the experiencer, and now that I am aware, okay, I want to be in awareness in the most difficult times. Like if I am standing in the middle of a road and a big bus is rushing towards me, I need to be in awareness. Now, do you need to be in awareness when in the middle of the road a bus is coming towards you? Is awareness that is required? No, not at all. It is not the awareness which is required. You need to run. You need to step out of the way of the bus. You need to do what is intelligent. If you are trying to be aware when there is a bus running about to run you over, that is stupidity. That is not awareness. You want to be aware when something really bad is going on. Bad in the sense bad for the mind, right? Which your mind has not been trained to handle. You are in a big conflict, something major has happened. When those things have happened, what is required is for you to take the right action in that particular situation, not awareness. So that is a very stupid thing. Today I have come to know about that I am the experiencer, I need to be in awareness, and I want that I should be aware in my sleep as well. Oh, I though slept off, in the morning I woke up, I have no clue, I don't remember anything. I am not in awareness. No, I didn't get it. This is all our conditioning. All of it is conditioning, bad conditioning. That the mind is running after certain things, now running after awareness and wanting awareness in difficult things, difficult activities. So it takes time. If you have understood, if the knowledge has penetrated, give it time. Allow it some time. Tell me, if let's say your leg was tied up for 6 months, and after 6 months that rope was removed, will you be able to walk immediately straight away? You will not be able to walk. You will stumble. For a few days possibly you will stumble before you will be able to walk straight. And that too when you were walking straight all your life, and it was only for 6 months that your body was tied up. And here one has been in this ignorance for who knows how many lifetimes. And now you have come to realize that, oh, I'm not this. And you want that immediately after that should be available to you all the time. So, who needs to express? The mind, right? The expression will come through the mind. We talked about awareness being a mental activity only. That is a mental activity. So, it will take time. Give it time. Don't be in a hurry. I remember Guruji also sharing this once, that you cannot make the tree produce a fruit on demand. For this only, for the awareness thing. The fruit comes when the season is right. So even the awareness, yes, it will not become still, but when do you want awareness? In the difficult times, correct? It will come. It will come. Give it time. It may take a few months, maybe a few years, who knows? But it will come. That will happen. Now, the thing is about being able to stay in awareness whenever. Just even staying in awareness, what does that mean? Trying to remember, just remember the knowledge of who I am. Whenever I can remember to do that. Maybe possibly better to start with something when you are safe, when there is nothing important going on in your life. Let's say you get up in the morning, just be aware of who you are. When you are walking inside the house, you are doing activities which do not require too much of your attention, also be aware. Simple things. Not when you are during difficult times. What happens is you are not in awareness when things are right. You want to be in awareness when something bad is going on, and then you are comparing, and then you are saying, oh, now I am not in awareness. It's something like saying that I have never made a deposit in my bank, okay? Never made an FD in my bank. And then when there is a big issue, there is a big problem in my life, I need money, I go to the bank and I say, okay, I want money. Will the bank give you money? There is no FD. You have 0 bank balance. In a difficult time, you want a large amount of sum of money. Will the bank give you? No. So when did you have to make that FD? Can you make that FD today? No, you cannot make that FD today. You had to make that FD when you had the money, right? When things were good. At that time, you had to start saving so that you can withdraw that money when you are having and going through a difficult time. The same principle applies here. You have to be in awareness or remember who you are when things are fine with you. When there is, you don't even have to be, another thing I have heard many people saying is, oh, I was driving and I was not in awareness. No, you don't need to be in awareness when you are driving. You will get into an accident possibly, right? You just need to focus on your driving on the road. No. So when do you have to do this? In regular hours. Maybe we are just sitting doing nothing. Maybe you are being driven to office by your driver and you are sitting in the car. Become aware. When you are eating your meals, instead of checking your phone 20 times or gossiping, become aware. When you are taking a bath, become aware. When you are brushing your teeth, become aware. Simple things, keep it simple. And then when there will be a difficult situation, whether it is a conflict with a family member, maybe a boss, maybe something else going on, and you will see that awareness will be present. Just like if you have made your deposits in the bank in difficult time, you know you have that saving with you. That is how it goes. So have patience, don't be in a hurry, give it time, it will happen. Kabir has a beautiful doha, I am reminded. Dheere dheere e mana, dheere sab kuch hoye. Sorry if I am not saying the words correctly. Dheere dheere re mana, dheere sab kuch hoye. Mali sinche 100 ghada, rut aave phal hoye. That means everything happens slowly in its own time. If the gardener thinks that I will put 100 buckets of water in the tree is not going to give you the fruit today. The fruit will only come when the season will come. Life seems meaningless now. Do you think it was meaningful before? Was it meaningful? Or there was only an assumption that there is meaning because there was something to do, and now it feels meaningless? Wasn't it meaningless earlier also? Except that there was no understanding. So it felt that it was meaningful. And because it looked meaningful, isn't that what caused suffering? Look at it from another point of view. You know, many people tell me, oh, my life has become meaningless. But when you say that your life was meaningful, wasn't that meaning that caused suffering? Because there were things which were important, which you thought are very important. What was giving meaning to your life? Your family? But isn't family also the cause of your suffering? Your money, your possessions? Look at anything that you gave meaning to, anything that you gave importance to. Then you became a slave of it. Look at it. So it was all meaningless even earlier. It was only assumed that it was meaningful. Rajiv is saying it was never meaningful. There were stupid assumptions and I still carry few. Yeah, absolutely. That's right. And we still have to carry. So, what are the stupid assumptions that now we choose to carry? That is the difference, isn't it? All of us, we have to carry few assumptions, but now we choose. So here is the answer. Life is meaningless. Give it meaning. You choose what is the meaning you want to give to life. What do you want to do? If there is nothing, you don't want to do anything, okay, no problem. Sit silently, sit quietly. See how long can you sit, what is going to come, what is going to arise. I've seen people sitting and doing nothing for a few years and then finding something to do. I have also seen, when people realize, so life also seems to be meaningless because even earlier, the meaning of the life they had not chosen. It was what was given by other people. It was never something that they decided. Then it becomes more meaningless. But if you had only chosen what you wanted to do in life, if you had clarity about what you wanted to do, you would still find that meaning. So there was too much of conditioning. That is why it is looking meaningless. Even now, clean up your life. I think this is a very great opportunity. Now that you have realized that it is you have to give meaning. First, remove everything from your life that you don't want, that is not making sense, that was stupid, that was given by others, which you do not want, which never felt right to you. Remove it. Remove it from your environment, remove it from your relationships, remove it from your possessions, even objects. Look around you. How many things that you have in your house which you don't need? Remove them, clean up. What are you doing with your body? How do you dress up? What are the things that you do? What is it that you don't need to do anymore? Remove. Simplify. Make your life simple. And then having those things only which you want, which you still want, and a meaning will arise. Give it time.